Alright, we're gonna do another one. That was a day of regret. So, day 7. Lucky day. Why does this not actually be day 7? Day 7. Okay, okay. Fingers crossed about this shelter. Okay, okay. Shelter, shelter. Haha, I knew it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm I'm gonna try tossing as many coins in there as possible, as no doubt I did last playthrough. Come on, shelter. No shelter. Useless. Kind of, I guess. Sledgehammer! Let us hope I get something to smashy smash my way through my frustration at no shelter. Okay, okay. We keep going. We keep going. That one adverb or whatever. Don't let the road take you where you want. Take it where it wants or whatever. Okay. I could do more items if I wanted. And really make a tiny, tiny house. Okay. Not bad. Okay, okay. Five, six, seven, 8. So it's 8 o'clock right now. I'm gonna guess in the morning. Because, like, ain't no way this boy is doing this in a day at night. Right? So 12 probably wouldn't have been a good time. Hmm. Okay. We'll have to try and see if that's the same time every day. Is he a little creature of habit? Hmm? Hmm? Creature of habit. I tend to be. Did we get anything from the library? Library. Ooh, there's a book. Okay, okay. What book did I grab? Dang. 93. Oh! Is that in my notes? Also, is that today's date? If so, I got it off by 1 day. Alright, I'm gonna write down day 7 is possibly November 13th. And he might be starting his day at 8. Also, I'm realizing my obsession with when Simon showed up extended to an actual puzzle and not just me trying to figure out the timeline. There's actually that safe. I gotta figure out what time it is because of the safe. Herbert, Mary. Ooh. Is that detective? Detective. Dang! Alright. The name used to designate the realms of the Eastern Waters is no longer known to the average citizen of the elder generation. It actually makes a little bit of sense. We must permit our leaders to enjoin us to abandon our past. Though, honestly, I'm not sure it would be too hard to be like, to edit out a few words to make something sound the exact opposite. It's not like, blood is thicker than water. There's a whole extra part to that sentence, or to that phrase. Alright. Most historians mark the beginning of the First Era, often denoted as Agira. There are angels named that! By the ascension of the first king, whose name, Horus, would later grace the burgeoning township in which he crowned. Horus was known before his coronation as a prominent merchant lord of considerable means and affluence, whose sway in the region made him the ideal candidate for the unification of the surrounding provinces. Provinces. Words, man, words. Regrettably, history is not always forthcoming, and the surviving records of those bygone days are mostly limited to trade agreements and sales receipts. Nevertheless, we can deduce from these ledgers that Horus had but one aim: expansion. The territory spread forth from the heart of Horus, and by the end of the 1st century, a new kingdom was born. Ooh. I bet if you tried really hard, you could probably figure it out. I'm good. I'm good. It was the 4th king who split this vast domain into 3 equal shares, 3 realms for his 3 children. To the eldest he granted the fields and mountains of his great-grandfather, the middle province and heartspring of the kingdom. The eldest accepted the gift. To the youngest he bestowed upon him the realm of Arch Ares, the land of the northern storms, a wild and untamed expanse at which the time was not yet developed, but a good deal more vast than the elder brother's lot. And to his middle child, his only daughter, he gifted her the southern realm, Iraja, a land steeped in tradition. They even covered up the little symbol. Amazing. As the 2nd era drew to a close, the 3 sovereign realms had achieved a period of remarkable progress and prosperity. Each of these distinct regions, ruled by their respective sibling monarchs, had blossomed, cultivating the bountiful resources of their land, and developing a unique character and culture that set them apart from one another. Despite those differences, the siblings monarchs managed to maintain friendly relations throughout their lives and were known for their cooperation in matters of trade and transportation. And succeeding generations of their heirs continued the tradition, and the Third Era was defined by commerce between the three realms, further strengthening their bond and laying the foundation of the promise of a prosperous and bright future. Hmm. Oh, okay, hold on. We'll take a look at that in a sec. Can I like flip it? I want to like see it behind it. All right, we'll take a look at this first. Baron Sinclair, thank you so much for your cooperation with our department in this investigation. We know our presence is never convenient, especially for someone of your social status, so it means all the more that you are not only tolerant but also willing to aid our efforts in getting this business done as quickly as possible. We are returning with this letter, the book you lent us. We are returning with this letter, the book you lent us. Oh, yeah, okay. Though I must confess, it was not as much help as I had hoped. I heard that your library of rare restricted books was quite extensive, and I was told by a reliable source that if a first edition and uncensored copy of the history of Ordinia could be found, it would likely be found within the Baron's own collection, but perhaps I was misinformed. Still, part of me thinks that you may have given me the censored copy as a jest, a taste, if you will, for the bureaucrat of their own medicine. If that is the case, then I say, well done, fair play, and perhaps on my next visit we'll have a laugh about this after you have given me the actual manuscript. Her name? Her name? Their name is in this book twice. Did Herbert give them the same book twice? That would be funny. That would be really funny. The kingdom entered the Fourth Era. A different kind of ruler took the reins of power. As the kingdom entered. Okay. King Desilets III was a blah, blah, king who was often seen drinking, a sight that shocked not only the gentry and the court, but the masses as well. Can it turn? Yay! Okay, I was clicking wrong. I was like, is that it? They're just not gonna let me see the rest? Dislets was renowned as the king of no one when he made the decision to move Veen castle and court behind. Oh. Oh? The Disilets was renowned as the king of no one when he made the decision to moving castle and court behind. The people were overjoyed by this choice, and were those that viewed the king's conduct as unbecoming of unbecoming of his common folk. These voices planted the seeds which took root in grand city of Fen. This is wild. Whoever redacted this took so much time and care to actually make it say something else. Beautiful. After the passing of King Disilets III, the Fourth Era came to an abrupt end. Thankfully, the king died. On the very next day, and the 6th of October, the Prince Learson of Fen declared himself the true monarch. This declaration was bolstered by a number of supporters due to the fact of Dislets the Fourth shared little of his virtues. As the prospect of civil war seemed inevitable, The realm's regiments were hastily recalled from the frontiers to stamp out and put an end to the Fensurrection. However, instead of restoring order, what ensued was a savage and merciless campaign against their own people. The Gardens of Fen, once a center of splendor, was transformed into a battlefield as cries of the innocent echoed through the city streets stained in red. Oh, my mouse disappeared for a sec. More reading! Hell yeah, let's go! The brutality of the pacification of Fen did not go unnoticed by neighbors. As sympathy for the city surged, allies came forward to lend support. Among them was the general of the Northern Regiment who, sickened by the barbaric actions of the other battalion, joined forces with Prince Learson to form a formidable army. Together they leveraged their political influence and favors to persuade the nearby realms of Arc Ares and Nuance to join their cause. However, even with the tide turning in their favor, victory did not come easy. War of the Fifth Era lasted 22 long years and saw buried 1 in every 3 men. That's a lot of dudes. Women are gonna have a hard time finding a mate after that. Prince Learson himself added another number to the casualties. However, even in death he had won. Orus had fallen, and with it the realm. The black flags that had flown for 5 eras were burned, and in their place red banners. Ooh, red. Were hoisted in honor of the fallen of Fen. The few remaining members of the former royal family fled in fear of their lives to the south, forever exiled. So, the name used to designate the realms of the eastern waters. East. Osiris was the first king. So Orus's son wasn't like. Wait, so it was the first king, first, second, third, so great something or other grandson wasn't liked. This one's not named. It's also like wiped out here. Okay. I normally don't retain stuff like that too well, but we shall see. We shall see. Yes. What the heck is a rotunda? I don't have enough gems for it. Hmm. To the aquarium. Which actually does slightly trigger my thalassophobia. Believe it or not. As wild as, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed that I actually do, like, tilt my head to the ground and not try to pay too close attention to the fishies. Kamusari. Not the best house layout so far. Could be better. Could be better. Ooh, if I go... I don't. You know what? Let's do a reroll. Reroll. Dang it. I've got all these coins and nothing to use them on. So far. So far, another bad day. Oh, what this? Oh my gosh, is this more coins? Okay. Technically more coins. I love when there's no curtains here. That's delightful. Oh, I can actually see the statue. That is not one of the angels, so I don't know what the heck that's all about. I was hoping I'd be able to see like a nameplate. Yoink. What? Okay, so the statement on the white box is true. Statements with the word white are always true. The gems are in the white box. They all have white. So... Haven't got me yet, box! If you like that video, you know what to do. Hit those buttons. Hit them. Smash them.